Yep, it is time for Twilight Masquerade. The newest Pokemon TCG set is here, and I am fortunate enough to get to open some product courtesy of the Pokemon Company International. So thanks, TPCI, for sending me this Elite Trainer box and this booster box to show off on the channel. There's a lot of really cool new cards in this set. Cards that are going to be playable in standard format and Gym Leader Challenge format, as well as some nice bling, art rares, gold buddy poffin, all that. Let's see what we can pull. See, the pig, he doesn't sit up. I wish you you need to like install a little weight like in his butt or something. This is how the pig stands. So he's got to stand like this. This is the only option that we have. Okay. He's on his hind leggies. What, Elite Trainer box comes with 9 booster packs. And then we've got 36, so 45 booster packs to open. That's pretty hype. We're going to start things off with the Elite Trainer box. Woo! The Player's Guide for all the players out there. No spoilers. Here's what you came for. The booster packs. Sleeves. Energy. Ooh, look at that art rare promo. Here's the Teal Mask Ogerpon. Very fun. And then my favorite part of the Elite Trainer box, the dividers, which I use for, storing and organizing my Pokemon cards. The dice this time around looks like they are kind of a, like a pastel blue. Nice sparkly coin flip die. That's nice. With the EX logo on it. Poison and burn markers. And now it's time to open our booster packs. If you're watching live on Twitch, I'll be giving away all of the code cards that I open in this pack opening at the end of the, opening live on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube, definitely make sure to check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon TCG content, all sorts of stuff every weekday. Iron Leaves is our first holo rare of the opening. Very cool. Its revenge attack is translated as Avenging Edge. 160 damage if one of your Pokemon was knocked out during the previous turn. Neato. Apom. And the world's saddest Poliwag. Helioptile. Corphish. Revavroom, Florges, the new Festival Ground Stadium, very fun. Phantom, Poliwhirl, and Ting Lewis. I love this guy. I'm so excited about this card for my Fighting Type Gym Leader Challenge deck. 140 hit points. It's got the Ground Crasher attack, which does 30 damage, and then you can discard a Stadium in play. If you do, you also do 30 damage to all of your opponent's benched Pokemon. I think in standard format, this card will be blocked by Manaphy probably too often, especially since a lot of decks are already playing Manaphy to deal with Radiant Greninja. Maybe this card could see play alongside Frostlass, since Frostlass can kind of deal with Manaphy to get rid of that bench barrier effect, and then you can Ground Crasher a bunch of things and, rack up damage on your opponent's Pokemon. In Gym Leader Challenge, I think this thing is totally going to be a force to be reckoned with, though. And what a sick artwork. I mean, Ting Lewis has never looked this epic. Illumise. Applin for my Gym Leader Challenge deck. Let's go. Needed that. Nose Pass. Seeking. Cramorant. Kieran, great new supporter card that allows you to either switch your active with one of your bench Pokemon or boost the damage you do to Pokemon EX and Pokemon V by 30 during your turn. So, nice flexible supporter. Sunflora. The bug-catching sets. Kadabra. And our first hit of the opening, a shiny new Iron Thorns EX. Wowee. 230 hit points, and the initialization, and yeah. It initializes. Initialization. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, Pokemon with a rule box, both yours and your opponents, Pokemon with a rule box, both yours and your opponents, have no abilities except for future Pokemon. There, we got there. And then Volt Cyclone, 140 damage, moving energy from Iron Thorns to one of your bench Pokemon. This is a great card for future decks, adding that ability lock to all of the other great things you can do as a future deck. So, sick card. Love it. Grookster! Finizen. All right. Wattrel. I love when the cards are in English. I never have to wonder what any of their names are. Glimora. Hansel and Gretel. And the new Legacy Energy. I know we missed somebody. It's Poliwrath. All right. Poliwrath fell on the floor. Hold on. Sorry, Poliwrath. The new Legacy Energy, a spec card. It's going to be so good for those Lugia V-Star decks. You can accelerate this with Archeops's Primal Turbo ability and use any attack that may require an off energy type, right? This is just a rainbow energy, but it's even better than that. It also makes it so that the Pokemon it's attached to gives up one fewer prize card when it gets knocked out. So absolutely insane card. And this is my first look at the English Legacy Energy. That is a very pretty card. Excellent. Cool. I think TPCI did a great job kind of replicating the textures we got from Japan. So awesome hit there. And then Sinistra and a Litwick. Little old Sunkern. Abra. Snowrunt. He's so cute. Chimecho. Boomer Energy. Rayfort. I have never seen this character before. This is the first time that I'm seeing this person. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck and discard any of them that you want and put the rest back in any order. I cannot see myself playing that card. Palafin with the 0 to hero ability for getting that Palafin EX into play. Walking Wake is our holo rare. Aaron. Spinarak. Sandshrew. Darmaka. Chiyu. Lucky Helm. Mighty Yana. The Dreepster, which evolves into the awesome new Dragapult EX. Hawlucha. And wow, another hit. Greninja EX Full Art. I was playing this card on stream earlier this week, the Japanese version, and I was pairing Greninja EX with Frostlass. Frostlass has an ability that does 10 damage to all Pokemon with abilities between turns, except for Frostlass. And then this combos well with Greninja EX because Greninja EX doesn't have an ability and can also spread damage with its Mirage Barrage. Gosh, rhyming? That's so cool. Mirage Barrage. It does 120 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. So a fun little spread deck we've got there. Excellent. Thwacky with the Boom Boom Groove. It allows you to search your deck for whatever card you want. That's amazing. Except You have to have a Pokemon in the active spot with the Festival lead ability. So this is a great consistency option if you're building that single prize Festival lead deck with the, the Applin, the Diplin, something like that. Very cool. Yeah, Thwacky's a common. That's funny. Heliolisk, Sir Ducklet, Emolga, Brutus, Ambipom, non-reverse holo bug catching set, Kilowattrel, Girafarig, and a full art Caretaker. Oh man, look at him go. This is not a very good supporter, and yeah, just is what it is. Cool, another hit. Full art Caretaker allows you to draw 2 cards, and if you draw any cards in this way, and if Community Center is in play, then you put the Caretaker back into your deck instead of discarding it, because God knows I'm going to want to draw 2 cards again later. That's for sure. With draw power as strong as this, I'm absolutely going to want to use that Caretaker again. Man, that is crazy. For sure. Going to want to save that for later. Yeah, draw 2. Sheesh. Look out, Bill. Chimchar. Whirlipede. Crawdaunt. Farfetch'd. It's got the impromptu carrier ability, and when you play this card from your hand to your bench, you can search your deck for a tool and attach it to this Pokemon. It's kind of interesting. You know, we'll see if that ends up becoming relevant with any tools, but kind of fun. Chi-Yu. Lucky Helmets. Mightyena. Sir Ducklet. Froakie, and the new Monkey Dory, which goes straight into those Gardevoir EX decks. It's got the Adrena Brain ability, which only activates if you have any darkness energy attached to Monkey Dory, and you can move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So with Gardevoir EX decks, you put damage counters on your own Pokemon with Gardevoir EX's Psychic Embrace ability, and then you can move those damage counters to your opponent's Pokemon, increasing the damage that you deal while also healing damage from your own board. This is a very good counter card to those Dragapult EX decks, which are trying to spread damage onto your bench Pokemon, and also just a great way to increase the damage that you deal effectively with Gardevoir EX. So an awesome new holo rare from the Twilight Masquerade set. Last booster pack of the Elite Trainer box, but honestly, this Elite Trainer box has kind of popped off already so far. Ninetales, Trevenant, Emolga, Frogadier, Melodic, Perrin, Dippler, Bellybolts. This is just a moment for you to appreciate Bellybolt. Ninetales, and here's that Frostlass as our holo rare. Wow. It's got the Freezing Shroud ability, which I've talked about already. It allows you to place a damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability. So if you've got 4 Frostlass in play, that's 4 damage counters on Pokemon with abilities between turns. So by the time you pass and then get the turn back, that's a potential 8 damage counters, which is a lot. So for the Elite Trainer box, we got the Legacy Energy, Full Art Greninja EX, Iron Thorns EX, and Caretaker Full Art. That is some really solid hits. Almost every other pack had a hit from our ETB. But that was just the appetizer, folks. Now, we are on to the main course. The, booster box. Let's get into it. Got a Dreepy and the new Zapdos in our first booster pack. Very nice. Love Zapdos, one of my favorite Pokemon. And this one does 190 damage. So could see play in Gym Leader Challenge formats. Another Applin, great. Love Ball and Hisuian Arcanine. This card's also got some potential with the free attack, Proud Fangs. Does 120 damage for free if your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on them. Sir Ducklet. Another Frostlass, excellent. I do want to get 4 Frostlass in case I want to build the Frostlass deck. Sunkern. Abra. Him. Glaceon, that's cute. Sandslash. The Bundler. Ariados. Check him out. Our first art rare pull, Infernape. And this is certainly one of the coolest art rares. It's got 140 hit points and the Pyro Dance ability, which allows you to attach a fire energy and a fighting energy, or one of each, a fire energy or a fighting energy, or one of each, you know what I'm saying, to your Pokemon from your hand, blammo, right into play. Scorching Fire, 200 damage. You have to discard an energy from this Pokemon. Sick pull there. And then the Walking Wake. Wonderful. Volbeat, Luxio, another Dreeper, Diplin, he's cool. Illumise, Poliwrath, and Chandelure is our holo rare. The Chandelure has a funny ability that allows each player to draw a card, and then its Mind Ruler attack does 30 damage for each card in your opponent's hand. Sandygast, Eevee, very cute. I think there's a full art Eevee in this set, which would be nice to pull. Heatran as the holo rare. Sandshrew. Go get him, Sandshrew. Lewis. All the hits must be over here. That's what I'm thinking. Flabébé. Flabébé. Accompanying Flute. The Pooch. And another Zapdos. The hits are coming. Trust. Floette. Diplin. Lana's Aid. Rillaboomer. And another Chandelure. We're just getting all of the holo rares out of the way now. Second ace spec in here. They're really not hard to, to see. You can see them from a mile away. See that little pink ridge there? Yeah, totally an ace spec. Let's see what we got. Vulpix, Eevee, Giraffe, Scoliopede, bug catching sets, Ambipom. Another Legacy Energy. All right. I really want the unfair stamp. That would be quite good. However, Legacy Energy, pretty good. So, it's our second one. And a third Frostlass. All right. We got another hit here. Maybe so. Maybe so. Carefully. Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. Yes. One of the most hyped cards in the set, Blood Moon Ursaluna EX, is a total unit with 260 hit points and the Seasoned Skill ability, which makes its Blood Moon attack cost a colorless less for each prize card your opponent has taken. And then Blood Moon can technically be used for free if your opponent has taken 5 prizes, and it does 240 damage. Just an absolute beast of a Pokemon card. I expect Blood Moon Ursaluna EX to find itself a home in a lot of competitive decks. Like Lugia V-Star. Please, no! The Bundler, Probo Pass, Love Ball, Brutus, And Frostlass number 4. All right, we've got the Frostlass deck. And I even pulled a Greninja. That's crazy. Frostlass deck completes. Crazy there's 2 different Applin in here. I mean, not that crazy, I guess. But like a dragon one and a grass one. That's kind of fun. Yes! This guy is so good. Ogie dogie. 130 hit points and it does 70 damage. That's not that great. However, it's got the Adrena Power ability, which says if this Pokemon has a darkness energy attached, it gets plus 100 hit points, and the attacks it uses do 100 more damage. So you could have 230 HP and do 170 damage. All you have to do is kind of have a rainbow energy attached or an actual darkness energy. But if you have a rainbow energy attached, like a luminous energy or legacy energy, then you can simultaneously pay for Good Punch and Adrena Power at the same time. So, awesome little card there. Really love that. You know, Good Punch, I like that attack name. It is, just a good punch. 70 damage, it's not crazy. Just a good punch. Carmine, new supporter, great. And our first Mask Lady, excuse me. Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. With the Teal Dance ability, it allows you to attach grass energy from your hand to this Pokemon and draw a card. Very cool. And the Myriad Leaf Shower attack, which I don't think anybody's actually building a deck to use. I think most Teal Mask Ogerpon decks that I've seen are just using the card for its Teal Dance ability. I have not seen a Tgiri yet. You know what? I really have not. We'll find a Tgiri. Trust. To the pile with you. Uh-oh. We've got another A-Spec. Come on. Unfair Stamp. Come on. Come on, Unfair Stamp. Come on. Come on. Diplin. Cramorant. Kieran. Survival Brace. The new A-Spec that it's kind of like a Focus Sash, but for any Pokemon. It's a tool card that you can attach to a Pokemon, and if it would be knocked out by damage from an attack, that Pokemon lives and remains with 10 hit points instead, and the Survival Brace gets discarded. So, neat little A-Spec there. I'm sure it'll find a use somewhere, but a little bit scary to play, so long as cards like Lost Vacuum are popular. Larry. Look at him. Man, what a nice guy. This is like unironically one of my favorite artworks from the set. It's so good. Fion. E-Hammer. Sobak. Glalie. And Infernape. Only seen one art rare so far. Be nice to get another one or two. Kadabra. Halucha. Swanna. Snorlax, the Boomer Energy, and another Ogie Dogie. That's a nice clay Froakie. Very cute. Cook. Heal 70. The Clefable with the Metronome attack. Very cool. And Full Arts Luxray EX. Okay, that is a card for sure. Luxray EX got 310 hit points and the Piercing Gaze attack, which allows you to look at your opponent's hand and discard a card you find there. Oh, hey, and it also does 120 damage, which is great for setting up Pokemon with the knockouts, setting up Pokemon for the knockouts with the Volt Strike attack, which does 250. Beautiful Snorunt. Poliwrath. Bug catching sets. And Palin EX. Okay. Look at this guy. 340 HP and the Giga Impact attack, which does 250 damage for just 1 water energy. Geez, that seems broken for a Stage 1 Pokemon. But wait, It's not just any Stage 1 Pokemon. It's a Stage 1 Pokemon with the Hero Spirit ability, which says that this Pokemon can only be put into play with the effective Palafin 0 to Hero ability. So it's kind of like a Stage 1 Pokemon with extra steps. Almost like a Stage 2 Pokemon, but you can't use Rare Candy. But you can still get it out on the second turn of the game. Just going to require some extra work, since the 0 to Hero ability requires that you kind of like switch the Palafin in and out of the active spots in order to activate it. So, cool card. I like him a lot. Palafin is definitely growing on me, but we'll have to see if it can break into the competitive scene at all. Venipede. Our first Dracloak of the opening. Holy smokes, there it is. Recon Directive. This card is very good. Allows you to look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 into your hand, and 1 on the bottom of your deck. Thank goodness we found 1. God knows we're going to need 3 more. And I still have not seen a Tgiri. It's kind of funny. Tgiri's not like rare, is it? Dracloak is common. This is my first Dracloak, and it's common. What? All right. Festival Grounds. Okay. Tgiri's uncommon. Well, hopefully we can pull a Tgiri before this thing is done. Apple. Hey, there he is. Look at that little fish. You were a little tougher to find than I would have liked, but Tgiri, thank you for showing up. You are a great card with the Attract Customers ability, allowing you to look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put a supporter you find there into your hand. Wonderful. We also got our first Jamming Tower Stadium, which makes it so that tool cards attached to each Pokemon have no effect. Neato. Varoom. Sinistras, the holo rare. Our pile is dwindling. Boomer Energy, Rayfort. Another Iron Leaves holo. Funny enough, the holo rares are easier to find than the common cards. Someone please tell me, what is the point of having a rare? What is the point of a card being holo rare if it's easier to find than the commons and the uncommons? Someone please help me. Please help me. I've got 4 Frostlass. Someone please help me. Yes, but there are less holo rares than commons, so they repeat more often. Then that doesn't make sense, right? It's like the rarity doesn't actually mean how rare the card is to find, right? Yeah. The rarities have nothing to do with how easy or difficult a card is to find. The rarities have to do with how many of each are in a pack, but that still doesn't add up to like how easy or difficult it is to find, which is very strange. Opening the cards. It is. It's really strange. Here we go. We've got Cornerstone Mask, Palin EX, 210 hit points, and it's got the Cornerstone Stance ability, which prevents all damage from attacks done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability. So a nice wall ability, and then Demolish does 140 damage. Yeah, seriously. I mean, I've pulled more Legacy energy than I have Dracloak. Like, let that sink in. That's strange. Come on, I gotta get a second Dracloak. You would think it's a common, right? No, instead I'll just get my 4th Walking Wake. So, holo rares officially easier to find, which is gonna affect pricing of the cards as well, right? So, like, when your commons and your uncommons are more expensive than your holo rares, there we go. Second Iron Thorns, very nice. This is a card that you probably want 2 to 4 of, since the Quad Thorns deck will play 4, but future box decks will probably play 2. But yeah, that'll affect pricing. Like if Tgiri, I guess these cards are going to be in pre-release kits, so that does help find them a little bit, right? But it'll certainly affect pricing when cards like your holo rares just pop up all the time and are not very hard to find. But then your commons and your uncommons are really difficult to find. Oh yeah, Dracloak's not a pre-release. Dracloak? Short printed? There we go, another Monkey Dory. And it is just a consequence of the sets being way too big as well. It's true. I've always been an advocate for more frequent, smaller sets, but I understand that from a logistics standpoint, you know, TPCI probably, I don't know. I think they could do it. I think they could. But I understand that maybe it's more difficult. But I think they could. We used to. Base set, jungle, and fossil were all like 65 cards. Just saying. Anyways, here we go. Full art, Wellspring Mask, Palin EX. I think we pulled like all the ogres except for the fire one. So, there we go. Only one more ogre to go. The Wellspring Mask, Palin EX, very good card with the Torrential Pump attack, which does 100 damage to the active, 120 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, and you can shuffle all cards from this Pokemon back into your deck in order to proc that bench 120 damage. This card is playable in Lugia thanks to the Legacy Energy. You can just accelerate Legacy Energy and 2 other energies with Archeops to the Wellspring Mask, Palin EX, and then blammo. Shuffle these back into the deck and do 100 to the active, 120 to the bench. So, kind of nuts, honestly. Hey, we got a Dragapult EX. Let's go. Dracloak is officially as rare as Dragapult EX. Let's go, baby. Oh, yeah. Dragapult EX is the hot new card from this set with the 320 hit points and the Phantom Dive attack, which does 200 damage and 6 damage counters placed on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like for a fire and a psychic energy. This card is gaining a lot of hype with some results in Japan. There are a bunch of different ways to play it. You can play it with Pidgeot. You can play it with Xatu. You can play it with Charizard. And I'm sure there may even be some other ways to play it. A lot of people very hype on Dragapult EX, myself included. And I look forward to building this deck in standard formats. Gonna have to find some more Dracloak, though. We're only at 1 so far, so. All right, the Dragapult EX pull makes it all feel worth it. That was good. Dreepy. Sinistra, I think like my 4th or 5th Sinistra. Sunflora, art rare. That's nice. I'm very happy to get another art rare card. These cards are super pretty and fun. Sunflora as seen through the window pane. Very nice. We've only got 3 booster packs remaining. So far, we're opening 45 booster packs. And as it is right now, I've only got 1 Dracloak out of 42 booster packs. That's kind of crazy. Wowee. And only 1 Tgiri as well. Hey, 2 Tgiri and Lucian. Nice full art supporter there. I saw someone playing this at the Champions League in Japan. Lucian is a wild supporter card. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck, or shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck, excuse me. And then both players flip a coin. And if a player flips heads, they draw 6. If a player flips tails, they draw 3. That is some chaos for sure. I would love to play this card in pre-release format. That'd be a lot of fun if I can pull Lucian, or maybe if the kits have a Lucian in them. That would be very fun tonight for the midnight pre-release. I would very much enjoy that. But for my standard deck, yeah, I think I'll pass. Thwacky. The new Morpeko with the Snack Seek ability. You get to look at the top card of your deck once during your turn, and you can discard it. Probo Pass. Wow. Look at him. He's so nice. Yes, Probo Pass. He is so fun. I love this Pokemon. He's just like big chillin', hanging out, having a great time. Oh, yeah. Look at that bushy mustache. Look at that. Yeah, look at that bushy mustache he's got. On his nice little flower crown. Oh, yeah. This thing owns. Last booster pack. Come on. What do we got? Show me a Dracloak. Illumise. Applin. Nose Pass. Seeking. My third Tgiri. Let's go. But still only one Dracloak out of 45 booster packs. No! Yeah! Let's go! All right, we got the Dracloak. Dracloak number 2. We did it! We did it. And the Holo Rare Alakazam. All right. Wow, what a ride. That was fun. We got some good pulls in our 45 booster packs of Twilight Masquerade. So let's check those out. We got 1 Dragapult EX, 2 Iron Thorns EX, 1 Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, 1 Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX, and unfortunately we didn't find any of the Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon EX. We got 1 Palin EX and 1 Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. So 7 regular EX Pokemon in 45 packs. Then we pulled 5 full arts, 2 full art supporters, Lucian and Caretaker, and 1 full art Luxray, 1 full art Greninja EX, and 1 full art Wellspring Mask Ogerpon EX. We pulled 3 art rares in our 45 booster packs, 1 Sunflora, 1 Infernape, and 1 Probo Pass. And then we also pulled 3 Ace Spec cards, 2 Legacy Energy, and 1 Survival Brace. In 45 booster packs, we only found 2 copies of Tgiri, which is an uncommon card, 1 reverse holo, which was lucky enough to come up in the reverse holo slots. And then we only got 1 regular Dracloak, which is a common card and one of the most sought after common cards in the set. And in our last booster pack, we were lucky enough to find a reverse holo Dracloak in the reverse holo slot. So, funny enough, the commons and the uncommons are a little bit more difficult to find than, say, the holo rares. You know, we got 4 holo rare Frostlass, and that was not very strange. And it seemed like we were pulling duplicates on holo rares very easily because there are not a lot of holo rares, and each booster pack is guaranteed a holo rare, but it still felt strange to be pulling holo rares, which are supposed to be rare, right? I mean, rare is in the title. And then we were pulling holo rares more often than we were pulling common cards, which still I think is a little strange. So maybe Pokemon can tweak that formula so that doesn't happen as often, but definitely feels odd as a player to be seeing holo rares more than you're seeing common cards as far as pull rates go. Anyways, huge thank you to the Pokemon Company International for sending me this product to show off on the channel early. If anybody is going to a pre-release this weekend, good luck with your pulls, and let me know what are you most excited to pull from Twilight Masquerade in the comments below. I'll be hosting a pre-release midnight style here on Tricky Jim on my Twitch channel tonight at midnight. So definitely make sure to check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon TCG content every weekday. Y'all have a great remainder of your day. Goodbye.